Alright guys, so we're into our semifinals tonight. Cut to top 4. So the first round of our playoffs. Scotty Wright was able to draw in, playing his junk midrange deck. And his opponent is Adam Vickers, who's a mono black devotion. So Scotty with a turn 1 Elvish Mystic. Turn 1 Thought Seize from Vickers. He's clearly not taking the Loxodon Smiter. There's also an Abrupt Decay, but Adam chooses the Scavenging Ooze. Scotty draws a Whip of Erebos off the top. And just serves in with the Elvish Mystic. Turn 2 Devour Flesh from Adam. So playing the control route here, trying to keep Scotty off the mana he needs for that Smiter. And it looks like it works. So Adam knew he didn't have the extra mana, extra land in his hand. He plays a Scry land and goes ahead and, well, no, he leaves up a removal spell, it looks like. And there's an Overgrown Tomb. Now Scotty's got to expect that the Smiter is going to get killed immediately, but you still got to run it out there, I would think. And there is the Smiter. And no, Adam chooses not to do anything to it. So didn't attack with his Mutavault for some reason, and also did not kill the Smiter. So I'm not sure what was going on there. Thinking about if we want to scry that to the bottom, leaves it on top, and then cast Underworld Connections on his Swamp. So not a lot of business from Vickers here. He's down to 17. He's going to take 4 from this Smiter. And then Scotty's going to follow up with a Voice of Resurgent here. So Adam plays his 5th land, taps 4 for a Desecration Demon. He has his Underworld Connections land up, so he can go ahead and gain some card advantage. Ultimate Price going to take out the Demon, serve in for 6, put Adam down to 7. Now if he draws a card, he's dead on board. He's still going to do it anyway, as he does have multiple Mutavaults, plus a lot of cards in hand. So looking for a way out here. Plays another land. He has another Desecration Demon in play. He also has a Grey Merchant, so that'll put him up to 11, drop Scotty down to 15 off the comes into play trigger. Put him up to 10, I should say. Puts a blocker in place that can trade with the Elemental token. We can chump out the Loxodon Smiter if we so choose, but not doing so, as Devotion is obviously very important to this deck, so Adam's going to drop down to 6 despite what the life counter says. Let's see what Scotty's follow-up is. He has an Abrupt Decay. I guess there's some... He's got a Sin Collector, might as well cast that as well. But he doesn't do anything. Just passes back. Adam chooses not to draw a card this time. And there is a Pack Rat. So Pack Rat in play, 2 Mutavaults, plus an Underworld Connections. We know that there's an Abrupt Decay in Scotty's hand, but Adam has an activation of the Pack Rat available. So he's going to need 2 removal spells to kill it. And Adam is just 1 land away from being able to double activate. So he's going to put Adam to the test here, decide if he wants to tap low to activate his Pack Rat. He's going to do that, discarding a Desecration Demon, making the infamous Adam Vickers token. So there's Scotty's 4th land. We know he has a Whip of Erebos in his hand. He also has an Obsidat for next turn, should he draw a 5th land. So he shuffled a Sin Collector to the front. Can't cast it with that mana. So just serving in with the Loxodon Smiter. And interesting, Adam's going to potentially offer up Scotty missed it there. So activating a Mutavault makes the Pack Rat a 2-2. He's going to be able to trade with the Smiter. Scotty didn't see that coming. So they can't do that.
I'm not sure it matters, but... I'm not sure it matters, but yes, tap your mana differently.
Alright, just in case that he had I don't really think it matters, but I'm so paranoid anymore. So Adam's trying his best to stabilize here. 4 mana for another Desecration Demon. He has a Nightveil Spectre in hand. He had to get rid of his Pack Rat, but he got to do so while taking out a Loxodon Smiter. So he decides to go with the Nightveil Spectre, leaving up both of his Mutavaults. There's the 5th mana from Scotty, but he doesn't have the double white and double black he needs to cast Obsidat. He's drawing basically every forest in his deck. Scotty plays Whip and just passes back, and then Adam's going to go down to 5 and draw a card off of his Underworld connections. So if we can find another Grey Merchant here, another Grey Merchant's brutal. Attacking in with the Nightveil Spectre, revealing an Obsidat. Putting Scotty down to 13. This turned out into a pretty good little game here. I think Adam drew another Desecration Demon, which he did. So passes back to Scotty. Scotty with a Doomblade and another Voice of Resurgence in hand. There's the voice. Adam with a Mutavault still left up, so he can get in front of something. Even if we could Doomblade the Grey Merchant, we could tap down the Desecration Demon, and then try to serve in for 4, but we're still going to be able to activate a Mutavault and either kill the Sin Collector or the Elemental Token. Adam living dangerous here, going down to 4 off another Underworld Connections activation. So 3 cards in hand after he draws back. Another Demon. Serve in with the... Well, he's going to... can't forget our trigger here. So sacking one of the Voice of Resurgence to tap down. Adam playing his Swamp before he attacked, which is a slight mistake. And there is yet another Desecration Demon. And Adam, this time with 2 Mutavaults left up, so ever so slightly edging in here, though this Whip of Obsidat is going to make things difficult. There's going to be a lot of life gained by Scotty. Oh, he can't Doomblade anybody because it is a Grey Merchant. He's played so many Ultimate Prize tonight that I just treat every card like Ultimate Prize. So sack to tap one of the other Desecration Demon. And we're going to double block the Elemental Token. That will kill it. Scotty's going to gain 4 life, go back to 15. Adam's going to be down 2 lands here, but don't play the land from your hand, play the forest. There you go. So Adam's going to announce combat here. This guy's going to cash in his other elemental token. We can serve in here with the 7/7 Desecration Demon if we want to. We have no Mutavaults back, so we can't really... If I was Adam, I'd want to leave back at least 3 blockers. So you can attack as it is now, and Scotty's 1 removal spell away from winning this one. Oh, he's living very dangerously. There's a Temple of Silence. Draw a card off of the Underworld Connections. Well, I think we tried to scoop there, but we didn't. Yep. And there we go. So I guess Adam could have left back both his creatures, but he still would have been dead to a whip activation on the Loxodon Smiter. So he attacked in, tried to find something at the top of Scotty's deck with the Spectre. Couldn't do that. Drew a Desperation card off of his Underworld Connections. Couldn't find anything there. So these guys moved to the sideboards.
Blues? That's Jeffy's name.
This is a classic Jeffy. What game is it? We're going to game 2. You didn't answer my question.
Oh yeah, I didn't catch that.
Alright, so we're back with semifinal action. A brief interlude about the Wright brothers' dad. Turn 2 Pack Rat coming up, or turn 2 Devour Flesh? It's a very interesting question. Turn 2 Ultimate Price. Seems fine. Most of the creatures you want to kill in Scotty's deck don't die to Ultimate Price anyway.
Right.
Keeping him off mana is very important.
Because this Advent's pretty scary now.
So turn 3, Lifebane Zombie.
Doesn't hit Advent.
Does hit a Voice of Resurgence. But no double white. Is it double green or double white? Ugh, okay. He could deal with an Advent. He's got a lot of removal.
Yeah.
And Grave Merchant makes these races.
I think he played the Sin Collector here, right?
Yes. I don't know. I think he just played the Advent. Because it gives him less time to draw.
Knowing Scotty, he's going to play the Sin Collector regardless.
And get the Devour Flesh.
Double Grey Merchant Pack Rat.
Pretty good. Play the Pack Rat, burn the other one. Draw a Temple, scrying, leaving it on top. I always feel that's like a disheartening when I'm the opponent and they just leave it on top immediately. I'm like, right, next turn is going to suck. So we know Scotty's got 2 copies of Advent of the Worm. That's more than likely his play at this point. Nope, we're just going to Hero's Downfall the Pack Rat before we can untap with it. Seems good. Of course, he just drew that Hero's Downfall this turn, so making that play possible.
Just land on top.
Here's a Grey Merchant. So 8-point life swing. Put Vickers up to 23, Scotty down to 14. We know there's another Grey Merchant, so Scotty's life total is effectively 8. And that Lifebane Zombie has Intimidate. So if we could clear out if we can clear out that Sin Collector. So here comes another Gary. This time for 6. Gosh, that gets out of control really quick. I mean, this is like not new, obviously. It's been happening for months. But every time I see it, I'm just like, this card is like, huh?
Swinging him with...
Yeah, because he just said I forgot about the...
Well, I mean, put one in the yard, hope you draw a whip.
No, that's never correct. Yeah. you tried to find a reason why that wasn't the worst thing. But all it was just a flat-out mistake.
Unless he has to whip in hand.
I'll whip my hair back and forth. I'll whip my hair back and forth.
Was the first game good?
First game was good.
Jordan couldn't see because of his eyes.
It was... Yikes.
Nobody else knows that show.
And then following it up with Tristani so we can gain a little bit of life here. 4 mana for Demon.
Start populating. Gain him 5 life at a time.
Yep. Seems like this one's in the bag for Scotty here.
Just sit back and...
You never have to do anything. Yeah. How many Tristanis does he play? 2?
I think he has one main, one on the board. Yeah.
Definitely bring it into this matchup. So there's Thoughtseize. Here's my third Grey Merchant. I would have definitely played that as opposed to the Demon.
Yeah.
And how bad does that make look the other Grey Merchant? Because if he hadn't attacked with it, it would have been lethal.
Yeah.
Brutal. Ultimate price on the Demon. Serve in with my token.
Yeah, this game's over.
You think? Didn't have to be over. Well, I guess it wouldn't have been lethal because Scotty wouldn't have played that Thoughtseize.
Right.
Because he wouldn't have had a card in his hand. Well, it would have been Desecration Demon, but he couldn't have played it because he would have been at 2. But at least turns that off and he would still have Demon here. So what's the Populate activate?
3 in tapper. 1 in green white.
So just pass back, leaving the activation up. Adam down to 14 now. If he watches it after the fact, he's going to be upset with himself. Because I think he threw this one away. I'm not saying he would have won. Because you still have to beat the Tristani, but like you,
he could have put him at 2, is that it?
He could have put him at 2, and he could have had a Desecration Demon. Which would have still met the ultimate price, but...
Right. And, I mean, he has Tristani either way. He can just pull out of range.
And that's it. So Scotty off the back of Tristani and a couple copies of Advent of the Worm. That was very interesting because if he doesn't have the second copy of Advent, I think Adam takes the other Advent, and then that game is a lot different. But
What is it? He takes it with what?
Oh no, he can't. It was not a Thoughtseize. It was a Lifebane Zombie.
Yeah,
I thought it was a Thoughtseize. All right, let's see where the other guys go. I think they were still in game 1, but we'll see. Alright guys, sorry for the delay, but Troy and Alec went to game 3. They started game 3 right as we walked out there, and Troy won one when Alex stalled. And so it's Scotty and Junk Midrange and Troy with Boros aggro in the finals, and they've decided to split. So that's the end of tonight's tournament as Garrett hobbles his way in here. So that's going to be all for tonight. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back might do next Wednesday Legacy, probably not, but maybe. But we'll be back here next Friday for sure with another stream, and you can check out all the archives on YouTube. So sorry you had to wait a while there just for me to tell you that we were stopping, but that's the way it goes sometimes. So thanks for watching, guys. Have yourself a good weekend, and then we will see you guys next week, hopefully. Take care.